Wow. Hi guys, can you hear me? Can you please comment if you hear me? This is my poor attempt of trying to go live without Kat. Yes, Nene, can you hear me? Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Pasensya na kasi I have just few minutes actually, and I was not very sure if the audio will work. And I've been wanting to really go in live to discuss some things sa dami ng mga nangyayari, but may mga inaasikaso rin sa buhay-buhay kaya hindi talaga nakaka-live. But I'll take this opportunity to at least discuss few things. Okay. So there are a few of us and it's okay. And some people can always check this video later on. Um, yeah. So, who else? Sino yung mga nandyan pa? We have 11 here. 12. Say hello. Kung sa Pinas ito, so mga nasa 4 a.m. yung oras. Nena, saan ka? Saan ka? Where are you located? New Mexico. Who is this? Ang hirap i-pronounce ng, ng name mo. Is this ex-Junes Tolls? Hi, hello. You're from New Mexico. Yes. Mm. And Nene, where are you from? Jade. Hi, Jade. First time to Mumbai. Well, actually, Jade, this is just my second time to go live in this page. So, you know, and I don't have much time actually. Oh, somewhere here in Europe. Okay. Okay. So you must be like what 9 o'clock, 9 p.m., 9:30 p.m. Mm-hmm. Italy with love. Yes, pasta. Anyway, so basically, mm, I would like to actually show something. If Kat is just here, she could have shown. But um, okay, so I would just like to give some kind of quick facts about the PhilHealth petitions. Kasi kanina, hindi masyadong na-discuss actually sa oral arguments. Talaga yung mga specific. Although, yes, meron naman konting nag-discuss din. Pero, um, the Solicitor General, siya yung lumalabas na counsel. Kumbaga siya yung lawyer ng gobyerno. So, Soljan Guevara actually represented the government, the Congress, and the office of the executive secretary, the representatives, the Congress. So yun. Um, it was very cunning talaga yung statement niya kasi ang issue kasi ng PhilHealth ganito. In 2024, hi Miss Eats, listening from the dental office. I'm just trying. This is just so quick. I would have loved to join with you, but our schedule don't, ano talaga, hindi talaga nagma-match. But anyway, so, kaboses mo si Thea Tan. Oh, really? I don't actually know her. Siya yung I know, yes, from other BBM siya, 'di ba? But anyway, um, so ang issue kasi ng PhilHealth petition na ito, in 2024, ang Congress naglagay siya ng Special Provision Letter D sa unprogrammed appropriations na inatasan yung DOF to sweep, para limasin, para to get the excess funds of the GOCCs. Ang budget kasi meron siyang dalawa. Programmed, ang budget ay maka-classify mo siya sa dalawang klase ng appropriations. The programmed appropriations and the unprogrammed appropriations. So, ang DBM or yung DBCC, yung makikita mo sa NEP, National Expenditure Program, may dalawa siya, doon pumapasok yung mga pupuntahan talaga. For example, DPWH, OVP, OP, and other departments. In the case of DPWH and DOTR, for example, meron silang budget, okay? Kasama dun sa budget ng DPWH at saka DOTR, yung mga tinatawag nating big ticket infrastructure projects o yung foreign assisted projects. May pondo siya. For example, subway. Unfortunately, I cannot show the nakapag-prepare ako ng ng PDF, but I don't know how it really works. Baka biglang mawala yung live. But anyway, kasama sa proposed budget ng DPWH yung 70 billion foreign assisted projects. Ito yung mga malaking proyekto, bridges. Ito yung big flood control projects na magbibigay ng long-term solution sa, for example, sa Marikina, yung pagbabaha dyan. There's a project for that. These are foreign assisted projects. Sa DOTR naman, meron din naman mga projects na kung saan foreign assisted projects din siya. Ano ang mga ito? For example, subway, Davao Transport Modernization Program. What else? North-South Commuter Railway, MRT. So these are foreign assisted projects. Kumbaga, nag-loan tayo sa ibang bansa or sa ADB, sa AJICA, para mapunduhan yung mga projects na to. These are under the programmed appropriations. May pondo na nakalaan. May pondo na siya. Ano ang ginawa ng Congress? What they did, itong mga projects na to na may pondo, nilipat nila from the programmed appropriations, nilagay nila sa unprogrammed appropriations. Ano ba yung unprogrammed appropriations? These are actually standby appropriations. Meaning, standby lang siya, wala pa siyang pondo. So, may mga factors na magti-trigger para mapondohan siya. For example, may savings ang gobyerno, may loan na na-release, kung may bagong tax, 'di ba? So, normally, three triggers lang talaga yon. At itong 3 triggers na to, ito yung once these are activated, pwedeng mapunduhan yung unprogrammed appropriations. Okay? So again, there are 2 appropriations, programmed and unprogrammed. The programmed, may pondo na siya. Unprogrammed, standby appropriations. Okay? Clear ba so far? Clear ba siya so far? Anna Mar, okay, Rose, who is this? Medyo actually paus ako. Is it clear? Yeah. So, ang ginawa ng Congress, palaboy sa Canada. Yes. Hello. Yeah. Ang ginawa ng Congress, nilipat nila yung mga projects na nanggaling sa programmed appropriations, nilipat nila sa unprogrammed appropriations. Okay? Ano yung mga nilipat na yun? Yung mga foreign assisted projects, yung subway, ang ginawa nila, zeroed out nilipat sa unprogrammed appropriations. So paglipat nila ng mga projects na yun, DPWH 70 billion, DOTR, um, subway, yung mga different projects, ang subway kasi nasa 68 billion in 2024 budget, zeroed out yun. Paglipat nila sa unprogrammed appropriations, may na-create na fiscal space. Okay? So for example, DPWH, 70 billion. Nung nilipat siya sa unprogrammed, may 70 billion na fiscal space na na-create. Ang ginawa nila ng Congress, nagpasok sila ng mga new appropriations. Ito yung mga pet projects nila. Nagsingit sila ng mga pet projects nila to occupy or to use the fiscal space created out of the transferred DPWH foreign assisted projects. So you see, kaya ang effects on program appropriations, talagang lumobo siya. In 2024, nasa 400 billion plus ang paglobo niya. Klaro kayo there. Hi, Rosalind. Ay, Maya noon. Yes. So, in 2024, ang amount na tinanggalan nila ng pondo at nilipat nila sa unprogrammed appropriations. Dahil ang mga projects na ito, for example, subway and other big ticket infrastructure projects, dahil nasimula na ito sa time ni Duterte, kailangan siyang ipagpatuloy. For example, subway, kailangan siya ituloy. So, dahil nilipat nila sa unprogrammed appropriations at lumobo ang amount na ito, kailangan siyang ituloy. Gumawa ng paraan ang Congress para mapunduhan ang unprogrammed appropriations. Ano ang ginawa nila? Ito yung Special Provision Letter D na inutusan ng Congress ang DOF, Department of Finance, to sweep, to get the excess funds of the GOCCs, government-owned and controlled corporations, tulad ng PhilHealth, PDIC, SSS, GSIS, and other GOCCs. Kaya very controversial siya kasi nung time na, okay, so again, naging parte siya ng GAA, ng General Appropriations Act. Okay? Siningit ng Congress ang special provision na ito na kunin ang excess funds ng PhilHealth during the bicameral conference. Sa BICAM ito siningit. Nag-originate ito sa House. Ang nag-introduce nito ay si Joey Salceda. Okay? Na kunin yung GOCC's excess funds. Actually, ang original proposed nila, suggestion nila, kunin ang 283 billion ng PhilHealth. Okay? 283 billion ng PhilHealth. But the DOF just decided to get the fund balance, which is 89.9 billion. Actually, sa page may computation din to eh. So, ang mga excess funds na to, talagang kinuha siya ng DOF at inutusan ng PhilHealth to remit it to the National Treasury. Okay? Para gamitin ang mga pondo na to fund the unprogrammed appropriations. Kaya it's very, alam mo nakakagalit siya kasi bakit? Nag-bloat, tumaas yung unprogrammed appropriations. Bakit? Kasi nilipat nila yung mga very important projects. Kasi nagsingit sila ng mga pet projects nila. Okay? Mga baboy talaga nasa gobyerno ngayon. Political Spectator PH. Yeah, very porky. Ang dami lang pork barrels eh. It's really, really, alam nyo, hindi naman to siya paninira eh. It's not about politicking. It's not about namumuliti ka lang. Kasi may ebidensya talaga siya. Hindi to siya, we're talking about fake news right now, di ba? But hindi ito fake news. Totoo po ito na ginawa nila. Nagsingit sila ng hundreds of billions pet projects, DPWH, multi-purpose building, ano ba, construction of multi-purpose building, mga maliliit na flood control projects. Yan ang mga siningit nila. Little projects, siningit nila. Okay? Why? Because of greed, of course. Anong sabi nga ni, magkano ulit yung commission na makakuha ng, according to Mayor Magalong, di ba? And who are the contractors na nakakakuha ng mga projects sa DPWH? You know, before we have, marami na dito sa page that we have presented about this already. These are facts, ang kapal. Yes, nene. Totoo talaga. Dili jud baboy, kundi mga halimaw. Alam mo, nakakagalit talaga siya eh. Kasi, parang pinapaikot-ikot yung tao, niloloko. They're going after the OVP, the VP for the 125 confidential funds na kung tutuusin, ongoing naman yung appeal sa COA. She is being maligned. She is being accused of different things. Pero sa kanya, may COA na nag-audit sa kanya. But how about the congressional budget insertions of Congress? Who? Who are we going to hold accountable? Sila dapat, di ba? Pero where do we go? But that's why I'm very thankful that, may nag-file talaga ng petition sa Supreme Court. I mean, kahit sino pa yan, dilaw, pula, the thing is, it is there. It's brought there in the Supreme Court. In the same way that I'm very grateful to Attorney Vic and Congressman Unga, because it's one thing eh. It's one thing that there are cases or there are petitions being filed kasi alam mo may chance na mapag-usapan talaga siya sa loob ng hukuman, kumbaga. Yeah. Ang kakapal ng mukha nila, mga baboy, dapat panagutin ang mga taong ito, Kuya Dan. Yes, you're right. You're right. But you see, they're acting with impunity, Yan yung nakakalungkot. Kasi, sa page na ito, dito, talagang we try to, together with Kat, as in, we really try to, I feel this burden, of course, na parang pag nag-post ako or kami, laging may supporting documents. Gusto kong ipakita sa inyo na hindi ito parang usap-usapan lang or opinion lang. These are supported with documents. And it's really, 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 how to say, disheartening kasi kung sa media lang, tatawanan lang sila na, oh, ito yung budget insertions, ito yung pork. But it's like, parang cool lang sila, alam mo yun. Pero tayo, we feel yung ako personally, yung lungkot, yung anger. Kasi, lalo pag nakita mo yung figures, it's really, really, parang napaka-unfair, gahaman, greed. How else can you describe? Diba? Mira, that's why they don't want to educate the people para magago nila. You're correct. Akala nila pwede na mabigyan ng ayuda lang, Pipila, ayuda, that's it. Daniel, ang hirap din ngayon yung mga pings nakikisawsa na din sa issue laban kay VP Inday. Sara, lahat sila including biased media, siya lang ang pinangugusapan yung totoong issue tinatabunan nila. Well, Daniel, I have posted one time about that. Because of course, the Dutertes, they are the biggest threat, specifically VP Inday. She is the biggest threat sa kanila. Yellows and pinks are not in power right now, so they want to be back in power. Mabilis lang kasing talunin si Marcos eh. You know, at the end of the day, babalikan lang niya sila. Pero ngayon, the Marcos and Romualdez and the pinks, the yellows, the reds, all of them, ang pinaka mahirap talunin talaga nila, ang pinakakalaban talaga nila are the Dutertes, specifically Inday Sara. Siya talaga ang pinaka tinik sa kanila. So, they are having a tactical alliance, nag-uusap sila. Look at the pinks and yellows. They cannot really criticize so much the congressmen, 'di ba? Hangga't maaari iniiwasan nila. They call them out pero general lang, 'di ba? We have the most the worst and most corrupt budget in history, pero they don't bother to directly condemn or specify or name the people involved. Like who are these people? Martin Romualdez, Zaldico, Cheese Escudero, Grace Poe. They don't really name them except for Martin because it's convenient kasi talagang may akap siya and all other things. So, napag-uusapan siya. But they are joining force together para pabagsakin ang mga Dutertes. Jerp, gusto mga crocs maging mangmang ang mga Filipinos. Feudal lords need serfs. Yes, you are correct. I agree with you. Rosaline, samo ade pag di ka kaalyado, di ka makadawat anang tupad ug uban pa nga mga ayuda nation. Yes, that's correct. I mean, dili lang sa inyo ha, Rosalind. I mean, that's everywhere. That's really everywhere. Ing ana ang ilaha karon. That's how they do things right now. Daniel, agree, madam. Pink Lawans are taking advantage of the situation. Yes, of course. You know, you have a weak president. You have a very weak president. You know, you have a quote unquote corrupt, greedy people in Congress. So, talagang mabilis lang silang ano, you know, parang they are just like being tactical alliance nga. Meron silang ganun kasi to bring down the VP. Kasi kung totoong laban at patas na laban, Daniel, walang mangyayari, 'di ba? Walang mangyayari. Talagang iiwan sila. Kakain sila ng alikabok talaga, you know? That's why the only way and the fastest and the shortest way talaga to defeat Inday is to impeach her. Kasi pag once na-impeach na siya, hindi siya makakatakbo, 'di ba? That's why this is not the fight of VP Inday only, you know? This ito yung fight natin 'to as Filipino people. That's why it's very, very important that kasi at the end of the day, it's numbers game eh. So the composition of the Senate and the House, dapat atin yan eh. You know? Kaya kailangan sa Senate, especially sa Senate, kasi sila yung magtatayong impeachment judges, dapat we should really go out and campaign for our senators. I'm very happy that Attorney Vic is getting a lot of attention. That ito pa nga sinasabi ko sa kanila din eh. You know, if politicians want, if candidates want to be out there in the limelight, you have to do something. Like, yeah, like that, mag-petition ka para lagi kang ma-interview. But aside from that, you know, Attorney Vic is really doing a good job. And I hope he really gets elected. And we can, and he cannot do it alone. We have to help him. Ako, ang ginagawa ko personally, I talk to family members, to friends. Do you know Attorney Vic? Alam mo, ito yung ginawa niya. Ay, kasi syempre hindi naman siya gano'n kakilala pa sa lalo sa mga probinsya, 'di ba? At yung mga walang social media. Um, Wala na, finish na. 'Pag na-impeach siguro nila si VP Sara madali na nila mapapaalis. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I mean, right now, they have said nga, di ba? The worst and most corrupt budget in history. Dilawan to, ha? Nagsasabi. Ang dali lang, oh, maraming impeachable offense. Madali lang si BBM. Madali lang talaga siya. But, again, the biggest threat is Inday Sara and the Duterte. So, the focus should be on her. Di ba? Talunin mo na siya, tapos later on, sila naman yung magtatalo-talo. Which is, madali lang for the Yellows to do that kasi they have done it in many decades, their narrative against the Marcoses. And they were successful, right? If not for the Dutertes, Marcoses would have not been back in power. May few minutes na lang ako. Yeah. So again, if I may just go back to the PhilHealth, I am quite positive about the oral arguments, and I'm quite positive may next pa sa February 25 na tingin ko makikita ng mga justices natin kung paano minanipula ng Congress ang 2024 budget. Kung bakit naglagay sila ng special provision letter D to sweep to get the excess funds of PhilHealth. What aside pa yung usapin diyan ng mga legal um there are may mga legal basis pa diyan kung bakit hindi kailangan kunin yung PhilHealth. But sana makita ng mga justices kung paano pinaikot, minanipula, the Congress mutilated the national budget. They have mangled, kinatay talaga nila, beyond recognition. Can you imagine? Like, nag-insert ng 26.7 billion AKAP in 2024, ha? Walang guidelines. And we have seen how Martin Romualdez used it, di ba? Meron siyang sub-programs na Sibol, CARD, at saka ESIP. Kinukuha ng 3 programs na to galing sa AKAP. And then the hundreds of billions DPWH pet projects. Galing din, hindi lang ito masingit kung walang munang aalisan ng mga projects. So, kailangan mo lang mag-alis ng mga projects para maisingit nila yung pet projects nila. At ang paraan nila is tanggalin yung mga foreign assisted projects, subway, okay, i-zero out natin itong subway. Ilagay natin saan program appropriations. Okay, i-zero out natin yung North-South Commuter Railway. Ilagay natin saan program appropriations. Okay, i-zero out natin yung Davao Transport Modernization Plan. Zero out. Ilipat natin saan program appropriations. I-zero out natin yung, what is this airport? I posted it, I forgot ko anong airport yun. I-zero out din, di ba? To, ito, patients. Tapos nung nalipat na nila, pinasok na nila ngayon yung mga pet projects nila. Siguradong may pondo na. Okay? Siguradong may pondo. Okay? Tapos yung, oops, ang unprogrammed appropriations, lumobo, biglang tumaas ng 449 billion. Saan kaya tayo kukuha ng pondo para mapondohan to? Kasi hindi naman pwedeng i-stop yung project. Okay. May mga excess funds ang GOCCs, like PhilHealth. Okay, DOF, kunin mo yung mga excess funds para matuloy yung mga projects. So, dalawang panluloko, di ba? Yung budget para sa pangkalusugan, pati yun, kinukuha pa nila. We have been denied of real developments. Delayed implementation of the subways and other big ticket infrastructure projects. Tapos, yung budget pa para sa pangkalusugan, kinuha pa nila. Diba? How? I mean, what kind of greed is that? Diba? So, yeah. Okay, I have like few more minutes left and I will have to end this, but that's why okay, who else? Love your work there. Oh, thanks, Emily. Thank you very much. I won't allow Sarah D to be impeached. Yes, we should, that's why we should keep on speaking up and keep on sharing. Veronica, thanks there to us. Thank you also. You're welcome. And alam nyo, sa totoo lang, um, sana talaga ma-approve na yung meta verification namin ni Kat kasi I'm very concerned about the page. Kasi it's a lot of work has been done. Sana ma-keep yung page. Mira Berdelan, nandito ako sa Amerika, so I share yung mga post mo palagi sa group. Thanks Mira. To post na share ko was reported fake. Oh my goodness. Really? Well, alam mo sa totoo lang, if there's one thing that I can really say that I'm proud of our work. Kasi ako, especially when I post or when we create posts or contents, hindi ko I let the documents, the supporting documents speak for themselves. Tapos sinusuportahan ko na lang siya ng post. Parang I don't have my opinion first. Parang I let the documents speak for themselves and then I explain it. So, of course, may mga anggulo tayo na, of course, I'm a supporter of Duterte. Kat is a supporter of Duterte. So, hindi may iwasan talaga may bias, may anggulo. Pero the thing is, there are supporting documents to back our post and they're verifiable. Bravissima. Oh, good morning po. Hi, Lenny. Good morning sa'yo dyan. Nene. At yung mga kunwari sa pet projects nila na yan, dyan.